Some motorcycles are so wild, so dangerous, that governments had no choice but to ban them. These machines weren't just fast, they were unpredictable, destructive, and in many cases, lethal. From Italian death traps to Japanese turbo experiments, here are 15 motorcycles so insane they were banned worldwide. 15. Benelli 900 Se, 1978. The world's first production six-cylinder bike. On paper, it sounded incredible. A 900cc inline-six with 78 horsepower. In reality, it vibrated so violently that entire bikes would literally shake themselves apart. Riders reported bolts falling out mid-ride, tanks cracking, and entire frames twisting. Some countries considered it too unstable for public roads. It wasn't banned for speed, it was banned because it was a rolling earthquake. 14. Laverda Jota 1200, 1982. This Italian beast made 90 horsepower, but with suspension as stiff as concrete. Every bump in the road went straight into the rider's spine. Riders described it as a bodybuilder trying to break your back. Too powerful for its frame, too brutal for the street, the Jota 1200 was banned after authorities saw injury numbers skyrocket. 13. Cagiva all'Azzurra 650, 1984. It looked like a dream, stylish, sleek, and very Italian. But its suspension was infamous for sudden, catastrophic failures. Riders said the rear shock would collapse without warning, turning a smooth ride into a death sentence. Governments banned it after accident investigations revealed the suspension design was fatally flawed. 12. Moto Morini 500 Sport, 1979. Nicknamed the chiropractor's nightmare, this V-twin sport bike put riders in one of the most extreme crouches ever seen. Long rides left people with permanent back injuries. Chiropractors loved it, but safety regulators didn't. With rising spinal injury claims, the Morini 500 Sport was pulled off the road in several regions. 11. Bimota KB2, 1983. A beautiful Italian sport bike powered by Kawasaki engines, but it had a deadly flaw. At exactly 132 km/h, the frame entered a catastrophic vibration mode. Riders described it as riding a tuning fork until the bike cracked apart. Authorities banned it after frame failure crashes became too frequent to ignore. 10. Gilera CX125, 1987. Don't let the small size fool you. This 101cc two-stroke made 33 horsepower and revved past 11,000 RPM. For a lightweight frame, that was lethal. It became notorious for killing inexperienced teenage riders who underestimated it. Governments banned it as a youth death trap. 9. Mako MD250 WAR, 1985. An off-road bike with 42 horsepower in a featherweight frame. Sounds fun, right? Not when every jump launched riders like human cannonballs. The suspension was so aggressive it turned motocross into a battlefield. Officials labeled it too violent for consumer use and banned it outright in multiple countries. 8. Aprilia AF125, 1988. Marketed as a beginner's bike, but it rode like a professional race machine. Razor-sharp handling, insane top speed, and twitchy power delivery made it impossible for most new riders to control. The result? Dozens of fatal teenage accidents. It was eventually banned for being too advanced for the street. 7. Kawasaki Z50 Turbo, 1984. Turbocharged motorcycles were an exciting experiment in the 80s. But this one was a nightmare. The 738cc engine made 112 horsepower, but the turbo lag made power delivery completely unpredictable. 1 second it was calm, the next, it was detonating like a rocket. Riders lost control so often that governments quickly stepped in to ban it from roads. 6. Hercules W2000, 1975. The world's first production rotary engine motorcycle. While innovative, it had two massive flaws: terrible fuel economy and questionable reliability. Riders joked it was a fuel vampire that emptied its tank faster than any other bike. Many countries banned it because of safety concerns, and because it could single-handedly cause a fuel shortage. 5. Honda CX650 Turbo, 1982. Even Honda, famous for reliability, got it wrong. The CX650 Turbo was powerful, smooth, and futuristic, but the turbocharger system was so complex it constantly failed. Riders called it a time bomb on wheels. After warranty claims piled up, it was banned in several markets and quietly discontinued. 4. Triumph X75 Hurricane, 1973. Designed to be bold and futuristic, the Hurricane became infamous for one thing: constant breakdowns. Its Lucas electrical system was so unreliable that riders said it failed more often than it worked. Oil leaks, wiring fires, and mechanical disasters plagued it until it was banned from multiple regions for safety. 3. Hesketh I-1000, 1980. A luxury British V-twin with noble styling, but fatal flaws. The steel frame was so poorly designed it cracked under normal stress. Insurance companies refused coverage, and governments banned sales after repeated accidents. Today, it's remembered as one of the most spectacular engineering failures in motorcycle history. 2. Van Veen OCR 1000, 1976. The Dutch experiment with rotary engines produced a monster. 100 horsepower, but fuel consumption so extreme it rivaled small airplanes. Riders complained they couldn't ride more than a few miles without refueling. Environmental agencies and regulators banned it for being impractical, dangerous, and economically disastrous. 1. MV Agusta 750S America, 1976, the deadliest motorcycle ever built. A 750cc inline-4 that looks stunning but suffered from catastrophic cascade failures. One small part failure triggered a chain reaction until the entire bike literally disintegrated mid-ride. Governments around the world didn't just ban it, they erased it, treating it as a public safety threat. Today, it's remembered as the motorcycle that was too dangerous to exist. These bikes weren't just machines, they were accidents waiting to happen. Which one do you think was the most dangerous of them all?